Hello there, everyone. This is Andre of GVGINU. Thank you very much for giving me your time, and hopefully this video you'll forgive me for the last one. Hopefully. If you even saw the last one anyway. Now this is kind of a fanboy dream of mine for the Zelda series, and it would definitely get Ubisoft back in my personal good graces, is to see a Legend of Zelda Assassin's Creed crossover game. I went with the Hylian Creed thing because it was like a lot of people like that image. It actually is a pretty cool image. It looks interesting, and I could get on with that idea. I just wouldn't want it to be like the main characters of the Zelda series. I'd actually think it would be better as a Sheikah type of thing, where you get to know about the Sheikah and get to learn about them. Maybe even the Gerudo, but mainly I think the Sheikah would be the best first choice. So that's why I wrote underneath on that image, Hylian Creed, The Secret of Sheikah. That would be awesome. That'd be great. It'd be freaking amazing. There's so much mystery surrounding the Sheikah, and it would be awesome. It'd be an awesome concept to be able to run around the streets of Hyrule and jump from building to building, and get to see different things happening within the Hylian lifestyle, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But the general life of a Hylian person. And I'm vastly interested in finding out generally just who the Sheikah are. We don't really know who they are. I mean, we get a glimpse of what they are with Impa, and Sheik really isn't a Sheikah, that's Zelda. But I keep wondering. I mean, I keep wanting to know more about them. I mean, I know that there was a bit of a situation involving the Sheikah and the Hylian royal family, but we don't really get to explore what happened or find out what happened. And this type of game would actually work very well to show that. It'd be great. And while I am not exactly the fondest of Assassin's Creed's gameplay, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad formula, but it hasn't really changed much. And I've played a few of them, so it's not like I've only played one, and I'm saying this, I've played a few of them. It just hasn't really changed enough. And I don't think it's that the combat itself needs to change. I think it's the things surrounding the combat that needs to change. Like Assassin's Creed 4. There's the black, I think it's Black Flags or Curse Flags, something. Black Flags, I think. Assassin's Creed 4 with the boat gameplay, the ships, that actually felt pretty good to play, at least for me. I can't talk about everybody else. For me, that was good because it was a derivation. It gave something different that the other games didn't quite have, which was what made them drag through. And with the Legend of Zelda series, there's so many unique elements that it could add to that formula that it would it'd probably feel very fresh. And that's a way for Ubisoft to guarantee that they will make money on this. And I think, honestly, they should approach Nintendo with this idea, or Nintendo should approach them with this idea. Some way, somehow, someone needs to do some communicating. And that's what I'm thinking. I mean, just think of all the different tools that are in the Legend of Zelda series, and Link is not the only person that has ever used them. If Link was the only person that had ever used them, then I don't think they would be placed in the random places that they're placed. At least personally speaking. But, I could see this being like a, maybe not Unity level multiplayer, but I could see this being like a multiplayer online game where you, like, especially if you're doing like missions that require more than one Sheikah to be available. And on top of that, you could do customizable avatars. Like, don't, for this game, don't give a static character. And even if you did, it couldn't be a main character being the character you're playing with, but like an original character, which would be great. That'd be another good idea to add into this formula. Especially because you're using the Legend of Zelda lore, you don't want to take known characters outside of characters that should be able to do this, like Impa and Sheik. Even though I probably wouldn't want Sheik in this type of game, because personally, for me, I want the story to be about the transgression between the Sheikah and the Hylian royal family, because I personally would want to see it play out. So Sheik could not exist, and Impa could exist, but Sheik could not at this point, at least as far as I know. A Sheik could not exist, which is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You don't need Sheik in every Legend of Zelda spinoff. But I would really, really, really love to see this. Be able to make my own Sheikah, to be able to scour the rooftops of Hyrule and go to various other villages throughout Hyrule. It's appealing to me. It's a great idea, and it's something I would love to see happen. So hopefully, someone is thinking about this. Somebody other than me. I'm obviously, there are other people who've had this idea already, because the artwork is out there. The fan art is out there. So I would really just want to. I just want to see it happen. That's about all I got to say. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say, because if that formula is applied to The Legend of Zelda and used the right way, it'd be an amazing game. Just like the derivation of Hyrule Warriors. It's actually pretty fun. Of course, it's going to get repetitive because of how Dynasty Warrior type games are, but it's fun. It's enthralling to play it. So I see the Assassin's Creed formula slapped on the Zelda and given a new story and newer elements to the Assassin's Creed series itself. That's a good thing in my book. That's all I can really say. Because I can't tell them how to make the game other than the story and the plot lines and maybe some items that they can add in or utilize that would fit really well with the Sheikah, like the hook shot or the claw shot, or the differing types of arrows. Definitely couldn't have anybody getting the Master Sword. No. I could see the possibility of using the Hylian shield, or maybe like a derivation of the Hylian shield, call it the Hylian gauntlet, where they can use the gauntlets to block instead of having the big shield, which would be lighter weight and easier to utilize because Sheikah seem to be light on their feet. But with that type of stuff, it would take time and planning. But outside of that, I think I've pretty much covered what I wanted to cover. So, yeah, thank you very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff. Till the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.